You know, I don't really care to be around people that cannot think for themselves. It's like we're living in a day and time where people make it seem like it's illegal or try to make one feel like it's illegal to think for yourself. It's like you got to use your own mind, use your own dome, have autonomy over your own mind. Because if you don't, somebody is going to handle that. If you're not living with the intentions to be a sovereign individual and to have autonomy over your own life and how you move, then you're just a puppet. Or, like some of these people who are like zombies, you know, questioning information, challenging certain things, using your own mind, making your own decisions, taking advice. There's nothing wrong with, taking some people's advice and taking in information, but, making sure that you are tapping in with yourself and using your own knowledge, using your own wisdom, making your own decisions, being confident in making your own mistakes, because that's a part of the process. That's a part of the journey, you know, making mistakes, living and learning, getting to the next level. Mistakes, lessons, it all serves as, tools and stepping stones to get you to the next level, you know? But people who refuse to want to know, or even worse, people who are so lazy in their mindset that they don't want to think on their own, but they need someone else to think for them or someone else to tell them what to do, is a zombie to me. And why would I want to be around someone who is going to project that onto me? That's like being around someone who is angry all the time or always in a lower energy, someone who's complaining all the time, someone who can't find love and gratitude within themselves, someone who can't give compliments and see the good in other people, or to, you know, to ex, to express, to uplift other people, or tell someone, that they like their shoes or how good they look, or to give a compliment, you know? All of that is like contagious. But if I should surround myself with a bunch of people who are strong and powerful, and they got their own mind to build things and create and want, all of these beautiful things in life, and people who are, as I said, they're so strong and they're so powerful and they're so intelligent, then I might freaking, I might pick up on some jewels from them, right? I might pick up on some of that, you know? I might pick up on some of that energy. And then we get to just, we get to bounce information off of each other. We get to go back and forth, and we get to just share in that energy, in that frequency, and in a vibe. Because it's a vibe, boo. It's a vibe for real, right? It's a powerful thing. And not powerful in a sick way, like you're trying to dominate, or you're trying to, overpower people, or to have people to go against their thoughts, beliefs, or their will. No. But power and sharing power and knowledge and, guidance and information and intelligence. That's what I want in my space. That's what I want in my life and in my circle. And I don't feel bad for not wanting people in my life who are zombies, who don't have any directions, don't want anything in life. That's your business. But don't make me try to feel away because I don't want to be in the company of people who are not like-minded. Especially an individual or individuals who are under mass mind control, who's not trying to even break out of that, or to figure out how to get the chains off of their mind, or to break free from whatever it is that is keeping a hold of them or control of them, because sometimes you can't help it, you know? Sometimes you can't help what you're subjected to and what has happened and what has contributed to your condition as an adult. But when you become aware and you become wise and you pay attention to the signs and you feed yourself with knowledge, knowledge is applied knowledge is not only powerful, but it also gives you freedom, right? That's where the whole sovereignty and the autonomy come in at. But you have to have that mindset first. You have to be able to conceive the thought first, right? You can't change anything if you refuse to look at it or accept it, or even to conceive the thought and say, hey, this is a thing that needs to be addressed. It's kind of like when people have certain addictions. If you can't acknowledge that you have certain issues, or if you even have an addiction, right? How could you change something that you're not aware of, or something that you refuse to address or acknowledge is a problem? So you have to be able to come into the conscious awareness that you may be being controlled on a level of a zombie or a puppet, right? You have to be in a conscious awareness that maybe you're not going about life and moving in a way that is going to assist you in obtaining sovereignty or having absolute autonomy over your whole mind, body, spirit, and your mind, body, temple, right? So life is not perfect, and everybody is not on the same level. But just even if you're coming into an awakening or into a level of consciousness or awareness, or even if you're just ignorant and you're just really coming into a certain type of awareness or knowledge or whatever, you can absolutely be proud of yourself and pat yourself on the back, because you got to start somewhere. But when you refuse, you know to do the things and have the things that's going to give you freedom, to give you peace, to give you sovereignty, to give you, autonomy over your own life, your mind, and everything. When you refuse that, when you reject that, that's a problem. And there's nothing wrong with people like me saying, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be associated with it, but I want to remain associated and connected to powerful people, to wise and intelligent and conscious and aware people. I wish you freedom, and I wish you ease in whatever it is that you're coming into or becoming, and on your life journey. Ashe.